All right, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be going over the Halloween Part 1 units in Anime Crusaders. I know I am extremely late to this, and I do apologize for that. I've been streaming a little bit more, and then I've been recording a lot of stuff, so I haven't had the time to go back and edit things. The plan is the same day this goes up, I will also post Halloween Part 2 later that same day. Obviously, time zones might make things a little different for other people, but that should be how everything goes out. But yeah, if you guys enjoy the video, feel free to please leave a like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And let's get right on into the video. Okay, so I'm re-recording my Halloween Part 1 stuff. I know, again, I'm very late to that. But they changed up some of the cosmetics, and since then I have gotten Crusader Dracula, so I just thought I'd re-record the whole thing. Dracula's cosmetic actually has the outfit now, so it's actually pretty solid. It's still not my favorite of them, to be truthful. I was just checking to see if his hat was in there, but it's not bad. I don't know. I'm curious what the shiny one looks like, but I probably won't know. Then we have shiny Rias, which is the purple glyphs. I'll show the non-shiny version of Rias and Ryuma after I show all these normal ones. I have to get the footage from the original recording for that. If shiny Ryuma, which I really like. I think I like the normal better, but if I'm gonna have the units, they're gonna be shiny. You got Rias cosmetic, which is pretty solid. I have her shiny, but I don't have it evolved. They're adding in shiny transfer literally this coming update, so I'm just holding on to them. Since this is what you're all here for, yeah, you might as well give it too early. And then I have shiny Ryuma as well, which his cosmetic was apparently bugged, but it's fixed now. So if the update does come out as I'm recording this, I will show these off afterwards. If you don't see them, it didn't come out. And then we have Ryuma's, which I think is the best personally, because it's the whole fit, the sword, the aura. It's really solid. I don't have shiny Brook, unfortunately. I think shiny Brook looked the best, to be honest. It makes the ghost purple, I believe, behind them, and just the overall effects are purple. But it's, again, solid cosmetic anyway. And then Kurumi, which is also really good. Oh, she didn't have a cutscene before. Reminds me, I have to turn audio on. Doing these again. We'll start with Kurumi, I guess, because I don't remember her having a cutscene before. Well, she definitely didn't. Solid. Oh, her cosmetic has the guns now. That was the thing I complained about. Or it did for a moment, and then it got rid of them. That was weird. And then Dracula, or Alucard, sorry. I want his shiny, but it's not gonna happen. I do have a second one of him, though. If I really wanted to, I could possibly take the risk of transferring stats over in hopes of making them go up again, but I'd have to get Crusader on him again, which is not worth it. Okay. Let's go infinite. I'll get money, and then I'll show off the units. Probably Kurumi and Alucard last. We'll start with Brook, because I think I have to have him stack up over a long period of time. So we're gonna start with him. Attack animations should be on. Yeah. It's a little green pulse. I should have taken this cosmetic off because it's obstructing the view, but you can kind of see it. I forgot I have so many triple S range stats. Let me finish upgrading that. Then we have Soul Resonance, which I believe, yeah, it's 3 like green slashes with the music notes effect. Pretty solid. Then Soul, oh, I can't afford it. Oh, I need $250 more. I'll read his passives after we get through his animation and stuff. Soul Symphony, which is a single hit. I've been trying to keep better track of that because It's hard to notice unless you're actually looking at the animations how many hits an attack is, but that is 1. Death Symphony is full AoE. And if I had to guess, it's 3 to 5 times multi-hit. I think it's 3 if I had to guess. That brings us to his passives. He gains 0.1% damage per kill at 50% maximum. Encore, every attack increases his damage by 5%. After reaching 25%, his next attack inflicts burn for 5 seconds, dealing 50% of this unit's damage over time, and this attack resets the bonus damage to 0%. Then final movement. After Bones reaches max kills from Soul Drain, every 60 seconds, he enters final movement. During final movement, he gains 100% crit chance, his cooldown reduces by 20%, and emits a musical aura that reduces nearby allies' cooldowns by 20% for 30 seconds. That does include himself. He reduces his own cooldown, which is really strong, considered. Like, his DPS at first doesn't seem that great, but he stacks 50% damage, stacks 25%, does burn, guaranteed crit, reduces... Oh, actually, it says reduces his cooldown by 25% here as well. He reduces his cooldown, his allies' cooldown. It's very strong. I'm gonna turn his VFX off. Since I want to actually see if that works, because I do need him to get kills while I show off everybody else. We have Ryuma. I believe Ryuma's pretty straightforward. Brook is 3 placement. Ryuma is 4. Ryuma got a 30% damage buff when Halloween Part 2 came out. Oh, and I have a... I didn't realize I had a relic on him. I would have taken that off. His 2 passives, very simple. He has this one on Evo, this one on Evo. Each consecutive attack against the same enemy deals 5% more damage, max plus 50%. That can be solid for infinite runs where enemies are going to stack up a lot of health. Silent Execution. Ryuma's attacks have a 25% chance to instantly execute non-boss enemies below 10% HP. Each successful execution reduces his cooldown by 2%, max 15%. I'll actually need to place him where he can hit enemies where they spawn. Flies forward, does a slash. One more time. Yep. We have the what is it? The Shishi Sansan. I don't know. I pronounce that weird. I don't know why. It's not intentional, I swear. I don't think his attack animations are a different color because he's shiny. I'll know way more obviously when I use Rias though. We have the Soulfire slashes. It's like Brook's attack. It's 3 purple slashes that go out. The effects on it are different though. And then we have a Dragon's Blaze. Was that Dragon's Blaze? I forgot his attack speed. Well, I mean, I know I have Overdrive, which helps. What his attack speed is? Oh yeah, it's the singular toss thing up, blows up. Again, it kind of sucks because it makes him single hit. I don't know if the Silent Execution is actually better on the multi-hit attacks, because I wonder if it's each instance of damage can proc the execute. Meaning that instead of a 25% chance, it's more like a... I don't know the actual math on it, because it wouldn't be 75% just because you hit 3 times. But you can see his cooldowns dropped from doing executes. Very solid. As you can see, he has very high DPS. 7,700 just with Overdrive. I'd say he's very strong for a 4 placement unit. Rias. I'm gonna have to place it here. Okay, no. Shiny does not change attack colors. I kind of wish it did. That would have been very cool. I'm gonna actually I need to place 2 of her down. I don't know. Because Demonic Nobility, all fire element units in range gain 10% damage and 15% range. She can proc this on herself. And then Hellfire Elegance. Attacks inflict burn for 4 seconds, dealing 40% of this unit's damage over time. Rias gains 15% damage if there is a fire element unit within her range. I don't know why it's a 1.27 times multiplier. It should just be 25% damage, 15% range. But regardless, that's basically free. She has 5 placements with really high range, all things considered. And again, she's buffing it by 15% just by being on the field. She's a good synergy with Kurami, who is fire. She's a good synergy with Akaza and Goku. Good synergy with King, because he is also fire. Really, any fire units you can find will be very good with her, because they're just going to get bonus stuff just by her being on the field. We have Power of Destruction. There's 2 red orbs down. That looked single hit, but I think it is 2 times multi-hit. No, it is 1 hit. That Hell's Flame, which that is for sure multi-hit because it does a pillar. And then yeah, but she has lower DPS on average. But when you consider there's 5 of her with this much DPS, it's worth a lot more. I would say, obviously, Radiant is her best trait. You get that on her, she's going to, with all 5 placements, she's going to be very, very strong. I just have Overdrive right now because I haven't bothered to change it. And technically, it's the only stat her passives don't change. So, because her passives already buff her damage and range, I feel like buffing her cooldown with a trait is actually a pretty good choice. Regardless, Brooke, how far? Okay, you're almost stacked all the way up. I guess we'll look at Kurumi while you continue to do that. Kurumi also got buffed by 30% damage, I believe, just like Ryuma did. I don't think Ryuma needed it. Kurumi, I think there was argument for. Most of her attacks are basically she just shoots. They're nothing crazy. You have Musket Barrage, which we'll see it activate a lot of times just because of the clones she spawns, which also mimic the attack. There's Shadow Clone, literally summons Shadow Clones to shoot for her. I believe that's single hit. And then we have Mana Burst, which isn't as impressive as it sounds, but I believe it's a 3 to 4 times multi-hit. And then, so max, she's doing 4,000 DPS. Each clone does 1,500. Let me read her passives. Shadow of Myself. Each attack spawns an additional clone that attacks enemies with 30% of Kurumi's damage using her current move. These clones can hit flying enemies, and each clone lasts 20 seconds. A maximum of 3 clones can exist at a time. I think this is per player, but that means with multiple placements, you can still only have 3 clones, which kind of sucks. After using her active skill, all active clones instantly attack the strongest enemy in range with 50% of Kurumi's damage. And then Time Fracture. For every 5 seconds spent on the field, Kurumi's damage increases by 5%, max 30%. During her active skill, this passive's damage buff is doubled. After her active skill ends, the passive damage buff resets to 0%. And then her active is applies time stop to all enemies in range for 10 seconds. After the time stop ends, all enemies affected by her time stop take 100% of her damage, 90-second global cooldown per player. However, each time she gets a kill during her active, each time she kills an enemy, her active ability cooldown is permanently reduced by 0.25 seconds, max minus 60 seconds. So it'll become a 10-second time stop with a 60-second cooldown, which won't interfere with the actual thing here because it'll have a 20-second thing in between where they can't be time stopped, but the cooldown is 30 seconds, so it doesn't matter. So it's very strong. Crusader is probably her best because, again, the time stop only is a global per player, and then she can live 3 clones regardless. I believe Brooke did max out though. Yes, he did. And I think I saw it activate during that, but I was reading her passives. Let me pop her time stop. Very cool animation. It is a little buggy sometimes if you like look away or too close to things, they disappear. Honestly, the effect of when it ends is a lot better than when it starts because everything, it's like, yeah, all the gears start turning and move. It's very cool. So yeah, we can see it's active. Considering that, I'm assuming crits 2 times damage, this DPS would be doubled during this time, which is kind of crazy. If you could get Crusader on him, I think it'd be really good, but I wouldn't actually. I don't think he's good enough, unfortunately. Not that he's bad, but he could be. There are better units, unfortunately. I don't believe Brooke or Ryuma were hybrid. No. Okay. Oh, and let me get a Rios down to show the buffs on Kurumi. They're honestly pretty good because just making Kurumi's range larger makes her time stop even better. But now it's time for Alucard. I did not record getting Crusader on him. I did it on stream. It was the same time, pretty much the same time I got my second Alucard. It was when the new update came out. I pulled my second one, did some rolls on the one I had evoed, and then I got Crusader. Okay, we're gonna have to upgrade him, but let me... I am gonna sell Brook. But yeah, he summons like the dog of like eyeballs, which are basically souls. And then he has Mist Form, which is full AoE. He just, you know, shoots in a circle around him. Pretty solid. Jack and Casual Storm, which is a cone. Just absolute barrage in front of him. He would center it. Obviously he centered it as well with the new Hedon unit. But then the Bird of Hermes, which is a large AoE, which just does that. And again, I think it is a multi-hit. Yeah, I think that might be 5 times multi-hit, which is really good. And then he gets his active ability on his last upgrade. Let me get some more. So, Crimson Immortality. Attacks inflict bleed for 3 seconds, dealing 30% of this unit's damage over time. Every time Dracula kills an enemy, he absorbs their blood, gaining plus 2.5% damage and minus 1% cooldown every 25 kills. Maxing out at 25% damage and 10% cooldown, so 250 kills. Bloodthirsty. Every enemy in Dracula's range takes 10% more damage from attacks, similar to what Blur does from Part 2, but it's just a permanent effect in range. It can stack with Blur, so you can get 20% from both of them, which is really good. And then we have Release Restraint Level 0. While active, Dracula releases his restraints, unleashing level 0 for 30 seconds, gaining a plus 50% damage, minus 20% cooldown. And while this ability is active, every enemy Dracula kills summons a Hound from the base with a max of 13. And while the Hound is alive, Dracula's cooldown is reduced by 10%, with a 120-second global cooldown. We're just going to use it. I don't believe it has an animation, unfortunately. We can see the Hounds. They're spawned with his damage, pretty much. He's not fully stacked. Obviously, the more stacked up his damage is, the more health these will have. But he's so strong, honestly. With Hedon, he's crazy because it'll be 60% of his damage dealt as bleed. With Hedon down, which is just not fair at all. Especially considering how much he modifies his cooldown, he's applying that bleed so often. But yeah, I mean, the Halloween Part 1 units were all very good. I think Part 2 overall is probably better. But, well, probably not, because I guess I don't know how good Katakuri is. I still have to figure that out. If everything goes to plan, this will come out, you know, like kind of early morning-ish, and then I will upload Halloween Part 2 kind of at around like noon for me. So a few hours later, just so that I have both of them done. Because I've been very late about this Halloween Part 1 stuff. I had a lot of other stuff going on, but I still want to make a video on it. Let's go back out to lobby. I don't think there's anything else for me to show. But again, all very solid units. Very glad I was able to get Crusader on Dracula because I will use him for a long time. It heals part of my soul from playing Anime Last Stand Halloween event and not getting Alucard there. Been trying a new outro thing, so where I'm just gonna do it. I'm instead of recording a separate thing. And, you know, let me know how you like it. But yeah, I mean, that wraps up today's video. You know, if you liked it, you know, feel free to please leave a like, subscribe, as it would, you know, greatly support the channel. Purple, there's my Twitch mod dancing around me. Doesn't even know I'm recording. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.